semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
Maybe someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
How many boxes of tissues am I going to need for this one? Because we saw 25 minutes and I already got a little choked up.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's definitely the most emotional version of one of these movies that we've ever made. And I think it's because there is a theme throughout the movie that we can all connect to, and that is this fear of being alone. And when we meet Peter Parker in this movie, what John Watts did so well is he built this foundation with Ned and MJ, which felt unbreakable. And then he did the unthinkable at the end of the last movie, and he broke them apart. And I think audiences are really going to resonate with the dangers of living a life alone and not having a community and not having people that you can reach out to for help. And I hope that this movie can serve as a cautionary tale or as a theme that, young people can really resonate with.
Well, not only that, watching him watch his friends have fun without him. I'm a big person with FOMO, so I'm curious, you guys are in this industry that pulls you in a gazillion different directions. What's the last big fun thing that you didn't get to do, but your friends all got to do, and then you had to relive it through all their posts and their photos?
Watching them do Odyssey. It's so great. How was India, guys? Must be nice.
And that was a big cast, Jacob. They couldn't have found you a role.
There's one little spot.
No. How about for you guys, something that you missed?
Yeah, look, I just missed a son's birthday. I missed games. Wrestling matches. Sadly, I missed so much with my wife and my kids to do this work, and I think more than anything, what's not lost on me at all is that, my family really is a team, that, we all make sacrifices and that we all sort of understand that we're in all of it together. It's definitely hard. It's definitely hard to miss those things.
And you've talked about that a lot. I think you've done such a nice job, and I know your kids are fans of what you do as well, and I'm sure this one helps.
Yeah, for sure.
This Spider-Man film helps for
sure.
Speaking of the Odyssey, Anne Hathaway's character waits, 20 years for Odysseus? I feel like MJ could at least wait a few. I don't want to give anything away, but the trailer implies that maybe she's moved on a little bit, and I don't know if we like that.
I don't know if you're supposed to like that. I think that's Destin showing that Destin really knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Is there a right amount of time to wait for somebody, or does it depend on the person?
If there's like a spell, that's hard.
Yeah.
If there's like a spell making you forget everything, how can you fix that?
I think one of the complicated things is that she was forced to move on, and it wasn't her decision.
I agree.
Yeah.
So much of this is about friendship, in my opinion. I'm just curious, in this day and age, for each of you, what do you think defines a good friend? What makes a good friend?
Oh, man. I would say someone who is there for you on the bad days.
Yeah. Who can show up when they may not be able to give their best, but they're still there for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The one cameo we can't talk about is Bureau. Makes a nice cameo in this.
I'm so glad you noticed that.
So my question is, if you guys could put something in the film that you are currently loving, what would that product be?
A bureau.
You gotta pick, okay, besides a Bureau. One other
That's
thing.
it, he said it.
What do you
heard it here first, folks, no?
Yeah, no. Rolex.
Okay, that's a good answer. Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Honestly, you are so talented. You could play a cashier in this film and I'd be thrilled.
Oh, thank you. It's so kind.
Is it kind of weird, though? I know everyone's been saying they can't really talk about much. Is it actually weird that you're here? Like, do you feel weird that you're even doing this?
It's kind of freeing in a way, though. Like, we both know I can't say anything.
Can you talk about your friend's wedding on my birthday, July 3rd?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I can't really talk about that either.
I know you are a fan. You talked about how Tom was the first Spider-Man that you ever saw. As a fan, is there anything that you hoped to see? Forget that you're in this, forget who you play, forget what it even is about. But when you come off the last three, as just a fan, is there anything that you're thinking to yourself, oh, I hope if they do another one, I hope they do that or address this?
Yeah. I mean, I think they did it. Just like watching Peter grapple with basically everyone forgetting who he is. I was like, oh, how are they going to continue that? But I think they did it in such a nice way, and his character matures so much through it. So as far as like the Peter Parker character development goes, nailed it. I was really moved when I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom gives like an incredibly heartwarming performance, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'd bring some tissues.
Yeah.
You never know.
It is heartbreaking. They showed us about 25, 30 minutes of it. And it is heartbreaking to watch him watch his friends
I know.
live life without him.
I
I know
know.
this industry pulls you in a ton of different directions. You've been busier than most people. Congratulations, by the way,
Oh, thank you.
on Romeo and Juliet
Thank
and everything
you.
else that you're doing. Is there something, though, that you have missed because of your schedule that your friends got to go do and you had to, like Peter Parker, watch from afar? Or see all their posts and videos later?
Nothing really specific comes to mind. But there is, like, I spent the last year in London, so there were a
Yeah.
lot of things that I missed. I was like, oh no, wait.
So much of this is about friendship. You know,
Yeah.
he just wants a friend. It's all about friendship to me. In your opinion, what makes a good friend?
Ooh, I think for me, loyalty and like you said, we have crazy schedules as actors. So just knowing that they're there even when we're not physically in the same place at all times.
How, if you are MJ, because it's in the trailer, it's implied that maybe she has somebody else in her life. Also heartbreaking for fans if that is in fact the case. You're kind of hoping as a fan that MJ can hang in there a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess in MJ's defense, she doesn't even know Peter
Exactly.
exists. So she's got full freedom. Like, yeah.
Okay. But as a fan,
As
we
a
don't
fan,
like it.
you don't want to see it.
What is happening to me?
Congratulations on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Am I going to need tissues?
You'll probably need some tissues, but there's still a lot of laughs to get you through it. It's a very fun movie, but it does go deep as well.
They showed us, I think, about 25, 30 minutes of footage. What we saw yesterday was unbelievable. And even in the first sequence, there's a great action sequence. And I'm just curious, in this day and age where we have seen it all, how do you put a spin on something where it is actually a little bit different than what we've ever seen?
Well, I'm glad you feel
I do
that way.
think that.
I surround myself with really great creative people who I love their taste, and everybody is striving to do something different. From our director of photography, Brett Pollock, who I've worked with many times before, Charles Wood, who Charlie has done some amazing movies, but everybody is desperate to do something they haven't done before that feels fresh in their specialties. So when you couple that all together with a group, hopefully you get a movie that feels original.
How do you decide who gets to be in this? I've always been curious. Is some of it, hey, here's the next movie, we're gonna definitely feature these people. Can you ever think, my kids love this guy or this gal, so we're gonna put them into like an homage to them? Like, do you get some say in that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's all happens in the writer's room, and everything is part of the writer's room. Every comment that's online, any hope and dream that fans post or you just hear through the grapevine, it all is considered. And it really is the story that is the ultimate decision maker. What naturally ends up on, the room is covered with ideas, and some are posts that people do or fan art, and then one wall would be the structure of the movie.
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board.
So does it look anything like Ned's room in his new apartment with the Spidey wall? Is that what you're describing, basically?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Quite a bit. That wall was actually created by an Uber fan who worked in our production design department, and he spent many, many, many hours designing that board. I think you could stare at that board for a few hours and find little tidbits all over it.
It looked great. I know Tom's done a bunch of interviews already, same with Zendaya, and he talks about a scene that he says in his entire career is the best scene he's ever done. Do you know which scene he is referring to?
I do.
Okay, that was my question. I just want to make sure that you also knew which scene. He also says Sadie Sink steals the third act. Would you agree?
I think Sadie Sink does steal many scenes in this movie. I was lucky enough to work with her when she was 14 years old, and to see her now, her maturity and her performance, the way that she carries herself on and off screen is just so inspiring. And she really upped the level of certain actors, when they step on set and you see what they're doing, it makes everybody, every department goes like, oh, that's the movie we're making. And Sadie's one of those performers.
Help me go home.
We just came off the press stuff for The Odyssey where Anne Hathaway's character waits 20 years for Odysseus. Please tell me MJ can wait a few years.
I'm sure MJ will wait.
I won't give anything away. It is so wonderful what we saw. I cannot wait to see the whole film. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, just give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. Oh, did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?